If your mind feels agitated with a tension you can't quite name, if everything feels sharp, loud, or heavy, or if your body feels tight in places you didn't notice until you sat down, maybe it's anxiety or that low hum of frustration that never fully goes away. I'm really glad you're here, because this practice is just for you. You don't need to figure anything out before we begin. I just want you to show up as you are. This practice isn't about making something beautiful. It's about allowing your nervous system to relax and find a much softer rhythm. So today we'll be working with watercolor, because unlike a rigid pen, watercolor breathes. It doesn't ask for control, it asks for flow. So before we pick up the brush, just notice. Notice where you are. Notice your shoulders. Notice your jaw. Notice your breath. Just notice, don't change. And when you're ready, I want you to take one slow, deep inhale. And let it go slowly. As the exhale finishes, we're going to let the brush and the paint follow it. Each line will follow the release of breath. There's no right direction, no plan, just a line that forms where your breath ends. Let the pigment land. If it pools, let it pool. If it fades, let it fade. We're not trying to control the shape, we're just letting things flow and allowing the body to set the pace. As you exhale, allow another line to form. And if the line overlaps, that's okay. It's the color deepening as it crosses. Just allow it to happen. The page is just simply responding. See how this area deepens when the lines cross? It just happened because the color returned to the same space. As humans, we do that too. We revisit the same thoughts and feelings. As we do, they gather weight, and instead of pushing them away, I want you to just notice them. Let the color show you where things have been layered. There's information there. So take a moment to look at your page. Notice where the color has gathered. Where is the paper still open? Notice what you're feeling in your body. Don't rush. Sometimes regulation happens simply by noticing, letting information land and allowing things to settle. Now we're going to introduce a second color, not to fix anything, but to offer contrast. You might want to add this to an area that feels unfinished or in a place that feels strong. Give yourself the freedom to respond to what catches your eye. Now let your eyes move slowly across the page. Notice if there are any areas that feel complete versus ones that feel open or still incomplete. If it feels right, pick one place that feels open and place a shape. Let the shape fully close and then pause. Check and see what changes. This color isn't here to cover, it's here to contain. So when a shape closes and it completes on the page, something in the body will often settle too. There's this quiet signal that says this has a boundary. And our nervous system responds to both contrast and boundary. These small moments of containment can feel very stabilizing. So take one more look at the page as it is. You've created movement, added containment, and now we're going to respond by placing somatic or felt lines. It's about tracing what feels alive. This isn't about outlining everything. Let your pen follow a line that grabs your attention and wants more definition. Not the busiest place, not the most dramatic, just the place where you naturally gravitate to. Then allow the process to unfold and don't judge. As the line becomes clearer, notice how your composition shifts. The weight of lines change, and they can create clarity. Balance will change, and flow will enter. So excavating the whole page is not the goal. Just follow your intuition. Deepen what feels ready. Sometimes repeating a line can strengthen it. Sometimes leaving space untouched keeps it breathing. This process brings gentle choice and personal agency back online. You're simply choosing. There's no right or wrong. Now, sometimes when the mind is noisy, repetition will give it somewhere safe to land. So a simple pattern, a returning gesture, it doesn't need to be dramatic, but repetition gives the nervous system something steady to follow. It's predictable, it's paced, and it doesn't demand anything new. So if it feels right, add some marks, lines, dots, circles, spirals. Let your hand find a tempo that feels natural. If a line wants to be strengthened, then make it stronger. If a curve wants to echo and repeat itself, let it. We're using the repetition to make the page and ourselves steadier. Place as many or as few marks as you need to. You don't need too many, just enough to feel the rhythm settle into your body. Now, tuning back into your body, I want you to use your senses. What looks steady? Does your body feel steady, or is it still unsettled? Use your inner knowing here. If there is a point that your eye returns to, that might be your completion point, especially if that area feels settled too. So don't force it. If it's still all feeling unsettled, keep refining lightly. And when something feels resolved, and the page feels quieter than when you began, know it's enough. Completion isn't perfection, it's recognition. Take one last look at your page. Notice what feels different now. Maybe it's a subtle shift or a small softening. Or maybe it's simply that your breath feels steadier than when you began. You didn't force anything, nor did you solve anything. You just gave your nervous system a rhythm, a place to regulate, integrate, and create. That rhythm is always available to you. If this practice helped, you're welcome to return to it any time. And if you'd like to explore more somatic art practices like this, you might want to check out the Wired and Tired practice next. Take one more look at what you created, not to decide if it's good, just to see it. You met yourself on this page today, and that is enough, and it matters more than you think. Until next time, be well, my friends.